Minecraft has released in 2009 and is generally considered fun, but what if it wasn't fun? What if it was an overly grindy, laggy, filled with unnecessary dogshit Minecraft server? Welcome to Stoneworks, one of, if not the biggest geopolitical server in the world, and also the only SMP that is actively taking 30 years off of the lifespan of anyone that plays it. My name is Idor, and I will be your guide through this wonderful world. You see, it all started at the beginning when my friend Mozzarella has decided to make a city named Palek. It might not have been the prettiest of town, but we were thriving, up until this motherfucker, Pika, decided it would be funny to rage bait Mozzarella into living both the town and the nation. Awesome, right? But anyways, for a year we have been changing places and nations, never really finding stability, until Mozzarella just decided to fucking quit. Goodbye, man. I'm going to miss you. Right, so what was I going to do without people or the knowledge of running a city? Nothing. I genuinely did nothing for 4 months. And my city fell into ruins. But things needed to change, and fast. I bought a neighboring city named Bayreuszcz and joined the Golden Empire, who have once been my friends on the server. However, they were clearly past their glory days, and were fighting many problems. Problem number 1. The army is us. Right now it is led by Verge, a great PvPer and somebody with 0 life to distract him from grinding on Stoneworks. The problem is though, that he is fucking banned, and without him we have half a good PvPer, so if any danger comes around, we're pretty much cooked. Problem number 2. Activity. The only active part of Goldin is the Popularity Kingdom, and I don't even want to find out what is going on there. Everything else is basically a wasteland. Maybe one person per town plays on a regular basis. Luckily, I heard there are some top secret plans to help us make Goldexia great again. Never mind. However, before I even begin to tackle any of these problems, I need to build up my city. Luckily, we're in the east, and who would care about the east, right? So there we have our problem number 3. Shillons, the most corrupt Minecraft player. He, along with another player, Dank, are running a cartel drug farm on Halonia. Now, when they kidnapped my citizens, I was offline, but we had to react somehow. Obviously very carefully. Shillons is not only the Minister of Economy, but also the Regent of Goldin, which makes him the second in command. Our response had to be very thoughtful. Dobra, musimy go zabić, jakby zabijmy go.
Dobra, musimy go zabić. Okej.
W sumie go zabijmy. After we raided them, we decided to write about it in the Monitor, our newspaper. However, Shillons decided to spy on us and add Dank to our city undercover. Seeing as they were not going to leave us alone, we just came up with some bullshit called the Goldexian plan, which they obviously fell for. But as you might guess, this did not really make us liked in Goldin. Paul, the Emperor, really hates infighting, which meant he would not support us in this case no matter what. We had to take matters into our own hands, but before any drastic moves, I decided to talk it out peacefully with Shillons, which went about as well as you would expect.
Maybe I am the one who raided Bayreuszcz. But what are you gonna do about it, huh?
Clearly, peaceful coexistence was impossible with these guys. We decided to go on the offensive. You see, this is the Bayreuszcz constitution, and it gives the ability to do a bunch of things, as long as Paul accepts them beforehand. Seeing as Dank was now a resident in our town undercover, we decided to pass a martial law bill that basically allowed us to take all his shit. We thought that the hardest part would be getting Paul's approval, but apparently he didn't read any of this shit and just approved it. I mean, I don't see any other scenario where he wouldn't see any issues with the law, but whatever. With the bill in place, we decided that the thing we will take from Dank was going to be Halonia itself. I'm gonna be honest, I wanted this city organized, not only because it was a place of Shillons' influence, but also because the city was just so fucking ugly. Anyways, we just had to wait for Dank to log on and give him the good news. So after 3 fucking weeks, he finally logged on and I could arrange a meeting. I'm not gonna lie, the meeting was boring as hell. We didn't accomplish anything and we got sued. Luckily, we are just acting in the law, so surely we will get Halonia eventually.
No, he's not giving up the claim, and can you please stop this? Oh.
Okay, I'm not going to try to argue about the legality of taking Halonia, even though it's completely legal. I know governors cannot seize land from other governors, but what even is a governor? I consider myself merely a mayor. Anyways, turns out Dank was suing us over the Goldexian plan, and Silonnz was his lawyer.
Judge Xboom, should we start our case? We are suing the town of Bayreuszcz for the attempt of a hostile takeover of the town of Halonia. We have found several evidence and several points that clearly
Please,
have the intent of Igor, Vieta, attempting and with the will of taking over the claim and town of Halonia within the second region.
So, we the jury, all of the 4 people in it, we came to the conclusion that this most likely only was a joke from the Polish side. So, I think as punishment we could remind Igor and the others that this joke was a bit weird and shit, and that the joke that you shouldn't joke with like such things anymore. But other than that, I don't really see the big problem. I do think it was only a joke. Like he said he would take over, but did he actually try to take over? Did he actually do stuff to actively take over the city?
So in this case, Igor Beta is not guilty of trying to do a hostile takeover, in the words of Adolphus himself, the
Wait.
accusator.
Do you know the definition of a hostile takeover?
Yes,
Bank
I do know.
provided it in the public stage.
He did not,
It is
yes,
the attempt to take something by force. The attempt.
The jury has decided that he is not guilty of a hostile takeover. Please, Crucio. The
So-
court has been dismissed already, and you are actually asking for something irrelevant. I do not think
That is
any of
not
this-
irrelevant. I'm done. You're rage baiting.
You might think that winning this court case was a big victory for Bayreuszcz, but that's not entirely the case. Now, we cannot do any malicious act towards Halonia since they are just going to sue us. We got lucky that Shillons was so fucking stupid that he threw this case, but what if he isn't in charge of the next one? I had no idea how to take him down now, and without any opposition, he was free to continue his reign of, well, it wasn't terror, more like reign of incompetence. And yet you didn't.
Yay! Oh my god!
No, not
federal
gambling.
funding.
No!
No! What did you do, bro?
Can
No.
I gamble?
No!
Okay, I stand on 18.
Are you in?
Ah, bro,
are you in
oh my god. Fucking
Like no.
He lost! He fucking lost!
On Christmas Day, Goldin got one of the best gifts they could possibly imagine. Vergesleicher finally got unbanned. And he might not know this, but Verge immediately started doing God's work for Bayreuszcz. You see, Shillons with another player called Wise were doing some union and wanted Goldin to be one of the main players there. Verge took one look at it and immediately grieved the entire union. This is awesome for us, since it undermines Shillons' position, right? Right? This is something I made, I call the war meter. Awesome name, I know. 0 means complete peace, and 100 means war. Now, Goldin is a neutral nation. Full neutral, as Paul intended. So we should be like here, right? Well, in reality, we're more here. How so? This is Regnum Antares, a powerful empire located on the south of Centaura. Wait, that's the wrong game. This is Regnum Antares, a dogshit nation in the south of Tiberia, led by a D-tier bomb who quick drops even to the biggest frogs like Igor Bieda. Now, we aren't scared about Antares itself, we can definitely take them. What we're scared of is Aranai. Now, Aranai is like the top dog of our continent, Tiberia. If they war us, we can basically give up. Antares is trying to get a CB on us that would be good enough so Aranai would agree to war us. And our situation is made much worse by the fact we didn't join the union since now we have like 0 fucking allies. Every day that passed, we were getting closer and closer to the conflict erupting. However, while we were anxiously awaiting the impact, it turned out that the Antares leader rage baited a little too hard and Aranai just decided to not engage. We were saved. But Antares weren't just going to stop trying. On the 10th of January, the admins found a duping group and banned multiple people. Among those people were 2 Goldin citizens, Verge and Crucio. Let me repeat that. These 2 fucking idiots decided it was a good idea to dupe multiple elytras, an item so fucking rare that it cost 10 millions of the server currency. Remember when I said that we have half a good PvPer without Verge? That still hasn't fucking changed. Actually, it got worse, because our half of good PvPer is represented by Destroyer, who also got fucking banned. And by the way, he got banned for complete bullshit bullshit just because he had shit in the claim where they stashed the dope stuff. Meanwhile, Crucio was representing our case in Aranai. So now, we lost not only a great PvPer, but also the guy that literally was the wall keeping us from getting gored by Aranai. These dumbasses took us from here to here, all by themselves. I wanted Bayreuszcz to be great, but it cannot be without the help of Goldexe. We have no more tricks up our sleeve. We cannot count on another miracle. We have to just face the fact that we're fucked. None of my internal problems matter anymore. The beef with Shillons doesn't matter, all my plans for expanding Bayreuszcz's influence doesn't matter. Right now, the only important thing on the agenda is survival. Brace yourselves, because we will be going against Regnum Antares.